Okay, so I'm gonna have to say hello, everybody. There we go. Okay, what are we seeing here? Hello, hello, everybody. Everybody. What is this here? Let's see. What is it saying? Okay. Oh my God, for once I'm on time. Oh, I'm so excited. Hi, Debbie, Cheryl Karamari, hello. I was just going to say for a change, I'm on time. I'm like very impressed with myself. I'm like, no way. I can't be on time. I can't be ahead of time. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Debbie. How are y'all doing? So let's organize some things over here. I think I'm going to also stream on this guy. What's it called? TikTok. So let's see. I turned off my ring camera lights right now because it gives a little reflection. Yeah, I know I'm early, right? Tonight. Esmeralda Espino. Esmeralda Espino. Hello, how are you? So I'm excited. I'm like, what is going on today? I got it going, y'all, right? So let's see. Let me make sure this. Okay. Of course, we have it there. There. Okay. Let me set up my little phone for my whatchamacall. Oh, I don't know what this is supposed to do. Hang on 1 second, y'all. I am kind of. What are you? I don't know what this is about. What are you about? I have no idea. Okay. Is it this way? This way? Oh, this way. What the hell is this about? What is this even for? I don't know. Hang on, everybody. I'm trying to. Sound is getting wonky. Oh, my bad. Hang on. Hang on. Why is the sound getting wonky? What is this, man? Maybe because just bear with me. Why is this thing not freaking working over here? What the hell? This is kind of pissing me off now. So much for being on time, right? Well, I don't even know what this is for. It's not freaking working. No, you don't want to work? The hell? I don't know. Oh, there we go. All right. Lots of static. Hang on. So that means, let's give me a second, okay? Maybe it's because of the fact that I'm meddling around over here. Let's see. Oh, don't allow. No. Let's go to do that. Okay, let's go there. TikTok wants to use facebook.com to sign. No, we don't need to be signing in on that. I don't know what's going on with this thing here. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second, okay? Cancel. Why is it wanting to log into my Facebook? I don't know. Cancel. No, I don't want to follow. Oh, whatever. There we go. Let's go live. Let's go live. 3, 2, 1. We are live. All right. So now let me know. Hello, TikTok. Hello, YouTube. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope all of you are doing very well. Happy Friday. Now, since Jean Burka is here. Hi, Jean. How are you? So let me know if this is kind of settled down the whatchamacallit, the static. Okay, let me know if the static's still going on or not. to be honest with you, well, not that I'm not. um, I was working on something else over here on my. I've been on this desk. Um, um, and I felt some energy around here, and I was like, yeah, I'll do my video. We'll see what pops up. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the static because of that, or it's something else, or who knows, or it's just electronics, right? So do we still have static? Static is back. Is it pretty bad? I don't know. Sorry, my phone is not touching. Oh God, this thing I feel like is going to fall off. My phone is not touching my computer. Jean Burker says, I just watched Nick Shirley last video. A man claimed to be Muslim was about to attack him. Oh gosh. All right, so Jolie Baby is joined, then Ya is joined, Teresa God blessed is joined. Hello everybody. Hi, hi, hi. If I don't acknowledge y'all individually by your names, please don't be offended. I'm doing two different modalities using two different um, electronic pieces. So Clean Freak is joined. Hello. Beautiful Chaos is joined. Mary Palmer is joined. Amalia is joined. Hello. Hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. And let me just do a little bit of disclaimer, which I always have to. This is for entertainment purposes only. These are my observations and my opinions. And allegedly, do your own research, do your own due diligence, and draw your own conclusions. Okay, it's just me as joined. Hello, hello. So as usual on Wednesdays and Fridays I do lives. Of course, this Wednesday I missed it. Apologies for that. So let's get going, okay? Jay Marba has joined. Hi, Jay. All right, let's go. Again, if I don't acknowledge y'all by names, I apologize, okay, individually for that. So just because I'm doing all this other stuff. This is going to be an interesting read. Ooh, is this still smell new? Oh, I love it when it smells new. Yeah. I have that many tarot decks and I don't get to use all of them, which is a shame. I gotta be on top of it. So it comes and goes better at the moment. Okay, we're talking about static. So a couple of things I want to acknowledge. One of them is the fact that politics is what politics is. They tell us something and there's something else really going on behind the scenes. Who knows? We as a general masses, user ending in 31, sorry I missed it, Nonchalant, Crystal, Mimi, Divinity, Lux is all joined in. So thank you so much for joining. They don't tell us everything, the masses. Simply Nina 0908, hello, hello. We don't know everything. They don't tell us. I mean, Nisha Grover, like 10 Biren will come back to Nisha. Okay, Nisha, I'm not answering personal questions. I do apologize. On Fridays, it's dedicated to doing specific subjects. Join me on Wednesday. And Wednesdays is a day 6:30. I usually do a little bit of a reading for 10-15 minutes and then I answer questions. Okay, personal questions. So Unique Potential One has joined. Please hit the like button. And those of you, Rolinda Trinidad has joined. Hello, hello. For those of you, XOXO has joined. So if I'm calling out names and you're not seeing in one or the other screens, it's because it's on the other social media channel. So thank you for understanding, Nisha. Come back on Wednesday. I will definitely answer personal questions. Or you can always email me. I'm not going to do a full-on reading free of cost. I do paid for readings, but you can email me. My email will always be in the description box. Amrita Brar 7 has joined. She sent a heart. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Krupali has joined. Shamini something I missed it. Brian. Hi. Brian is from some other country. Okay. So, like I said, Wednesdays is the days I'll answer personal questions, not today, okay? And I can answer one question, okay? All right. Let's get on with this reading. So today's reading is all about what the hell is going on in Minnesota? Like, really, what is going on over there? Of course, it's not an issue that has come to the forefront just yesterday or today. That drama has been going on for a while, right? So I usually try not to get into those type of situations, simply because, my God, it's annoying as heck, right? It's very disappointing. Where do I even keep this stuff, man? Okay, I'm going to set you down here. Do not fall. So let's take a look, because so much of drama, right? So much of drama, misappropriation of government funds, taxpayers' monies. Esther has joined. Hello. Toyota has joined. Hello. So we as taxpayers are the ones who are actually paying for all that BS, man. I mean, it's freaking annoying, isn't it? So let's see. I'm not going to look at any specific person's still static. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. I cannot tell you. Hey, Laila has joined. Hello. Any specific leader or political figures chart? I'm just going to do a general reading. So let's get on with it. Let's see what this whole drama is really about in Minnesota. The child care, the fraud, misappropriation of funds, that sort of thing. Okay. Janice has joined. So personal questions will be answered on Wednesdays, please, not on Fridays. Let's see. So we have Sagittarius. Okay, I'm going to show that. Okay. I was holding the cards upside down, the deck itself. We have Aries. Ooh, a lot of fire. Oh, good Lord. And the Earth card. Okay. Wait, did I show? I got to be conscious of showing it to both the cameras, because they are not necessarily aligned. So, Minnesota. Ooh. 1, 2. Let's do this guy. So we have the Pope, okay? Then we have the Death card, right? And then we have the Strength card, right? So very interesting. Lot of fiery fury energy, but also a lot of behind the scenes bullcrap. So let's take a look at this. So we have Sagittarius, Aries, and the Earth card. So to begin with, let's start with the Aries card. This is central, okay? And then we have 13, which is the Death card. And Death card is ruled by, as we know, Scorpio talks about change and rebirth. So let's look at the Aries season that's coming up now in 2026. When is the Aries season? Aries is going to be around March 21st to April 19th is the Aries birthday season. So I'm going to say late February to the end of April. We can expect to see some new developments pop up with regards to the whole situation in that Minnesota, with all that drama that's going on. New inside information, new additional frauds being exposed, okay? Fraudulent stuff being exposed, misappropriation. Hi, Maureen. Martha, hi. Tessa, hello. Tadate, Liz, hi. Amal, Fires, T2, yours joined. Hello, I'm sorry if I'm not saying your names right. I do apologize. So, more frauds that will be discovered, fraudulent stuff regarding government agencies, manipulation of funds, and this is all got to do with, let's say, certain agencies. Doesn't necessarily have to be the current government, current party, whether it's a Democratic or Republicans, whoever is running the city or the state. It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific side, Democrats or the Republicans. You're going to see that more of this stuff is going to come up that's going to expose stuff going, I can't even speak today, stuff going on for the past 20 years in that neck of the woods in Minnesota, okay, and lot of manipulation. But after this expose, so to say, we will see a change in the environment, a change, positive change. It's going to be a bit of a struggle to make that change really come into fruition, but then it's set in motion. There's going to be some more rioting and some more, agitations, like people picketing and stuff like that. We will see more of that happen in that state. Okay, then let's look at Sagittarius here in the Pope. So ninth house talks about fortune, it talks about publishing, it talks about discovery, it talks about, again, new beginning, law, etc. And that is on sitting on top of the Hierophant, which is Taurus, right? Which is a Taurus card. And of course, we know Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And so the Hierophant is institutions, etc., etc. So government agencies, institutions, things like that. So we will definitely see certain laws also come into fruition. Hi, shake a leg, Sherilyn. Dee Dee has joined. Hello. So personal questions, Martha, will be only on Wednesdays, not on Fridays. So there could be a reshuffling, if you will, of powers, or change of hand of powers, if you will, of certain organizations over there. They're not going to go out easy. It's going to be like kicking and fighting type of a thing. Somebody asked me, are certain individuals going to be resigning? I don't think they will resign. It's going to be more like they will run out their course and that's it, be done with it. Okay? But definitely there's going to be some changes. Also, conclusions of certain organizations, certain entities, conclusions meaning ending of certain organizations and entities. Hi, Tammy. Claudio has joined. Hello. So that's going to be very interesting. Then we have the Earth card here and the Force, or the Justice card. In some tarots, that particular imagery talks about strength, and some tarots is justice. But for me here, it's justice. Now, the when the Earth card pops up, the boundaries, if you will, or the land that is involved in all of this, and certain other scandals and scams are going to come into the limelight with regards to how land or houses or homes may have been allocated to certain individuals or groups of individuals, be they minorities, majorities, whatever, that have really affected the city, the state of Minnesota in general, but reassigning lands, reassigning properties, reassigning zip codes to certain people, which is actually against the law, because regardless of what your ethnicity is or your demographic is, if you can qualify and afford to buy a house anywhere, you should be able to. But all that kind of stuff with regards to real estate, be it homes, be it developments, new properties being developed, residential developments coming up, or industrial or whatever, something to do with that is also going to pop up. Let's get on with this reading. Very interesting. Lynette, Yvonne, Selen has joined. Ahmed has joined. Mari has joined. Thank you. And to all of my folks on YouTube, I appreciate you all being here. And TikTok, of course. So Ida Reyes has joined. So we have one pop up. Page of Cups, right? You all can both see it, right? Okay, Page of Cups. Then we have the Nine of Wands. These are some nice cards. Oh, two more over here. Actually, Queen of Wands was on, Queen of Swords was on top. Then we have the King of Swords. Is Nick Shirley the journalist that broke the story? Okay, I'll get to that. Hang on, Deb. I'm still getting to the basics of this, and then of course I look into that. Just got the #1 viewer badge. Thanks, Yaya. Oh, congratulations. Hi, Jenny. Ahmed. See, personal questions is only on Wednesdays, and then we have the Eight of Cups. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Magician pops up again. 6. I don't know why I'm holding this like that. Okay. Then we have Three of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then we have the justice card. Okay, twice it's popped up. Ha, ha, ha. There we go, there we go. Then we go to, oh, the Eight of Swords is very interesting. We got Eight of Cups and Eight of Swords. And then we got the Page of Swords. Lot of swords energies. Then we got the Six of Pentacles. Y'all, there's a lot more shit to this. The Sun card, which is all going to come to light. Just watch out. And then the Empress. Look, there is a lot more to this case than what we have been told. So let's take it from the top. We have the Page of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so with the Page of Cups, yes, there is going to be new information coming forward. Okay, whoever this investigative journalist is, it could be himself coming up and exposing more of these scam things that are going to happen, scam things that have been happening. Like I said, real estate scams, this, that, and the other. Hot shot is joined. Hello. So there's going to be more of that. Now with the Nine of Wands, there's a little bit of a warning for him, saying that, hey, you better keep within your bounds. There's a lot of responsibility he's shouldering, but he should also be smart enough in how does he and should he protect himself. That's very, very essential, okay, because he's dealing with Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius over here? Jupiter is going to expose, go bigger, sitting right on 5, the Hierophant, which is government, right? So let me show you. This guy is sitting on this guy, okay? So in my humble opinion, Jupiter is going to expose or blow up a lot more of the shenanigans that are going on in the government agencies. And here it's clearly showing he will be instrumental in bringing all that to light. And again, he's got the Magician card one more time, and he's got the Three of Swords. So is he going to be a little bit, does he have to be extra safe about his own physical, personal safety? He should. There's also an expose, if you will, of the betrayal the government has meted out on the general public, right? And here the Magician is clearly, look, it isn't just the Democrats. Since the Democrats were in power in Minnesota, this goes back a good 20 years. So I don't know for how many years Democrats have been ruling that state and Republicans, but I have a feeling both sides of the aisle have been responsible for that. Grits, Alicia, join. Ashley, personal questions only on Wednesday. So on Wednesdays. So there's a lot of bitter, and he has to now, if this gentleman who is the investigative journalist has been promised some kind of protection, or he's been promised some more evidence or more information, he is going to either that faction is going to feel like he has betrayed them, or he's going to be betrayed. So there's a little bit of a situation there. He's got to be very careful. Then we have Aries sitting right on 13, the Death card. Okay, so what this is telling me is the central thing to this whole thing. Aries, as we know, is the baby of the zodiac, and Aries is ruled by Mars. And the Death card talks about change and rebirth, and it is Scorpio and Pluto and etc. Right? So this is double whammy, because the Death card, as we know, is a Scorpio's card. Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, change, rebirth. And then you have the Queen of Swords and the Justice card. Now let's look at the Queen of Swords, for example, right? So there is going to be an instrumental individual. There is going to be an individual who is going to be instrumental in bringing forth information that the legal department has also covered or tried to hide from the public. And then, okay, the whole Justice Department, what the drama is going on over here. This is ridiculous, y'all. There is going to be a lot of lawsuits. There's going to be a lot of fighting in courts. A lot of that drama is going to get unfold. I can't speak today. Hi, Scout Inquirer. Y'all, I'm really struggling to speak right today. What's going on? Momona Muna says hello. Y'all, this is I should cover it because the brand is not sponsoring me. I just Tina Tolliver, hello. Mamora, you have to ask your personal questions only on Wednesdays, okay? No offense meant, but Wednesdays I usually 6:30 I do a reading for about 15-20 minutes on some subject. And Naveen says, "Hi, how are you?" I'm doing good, Naveen. Hi, how are you doing? And Happy New Year to you, Jordan. Hello. So, and then after that 15-20 minutes of doing a case, then I will answer your questions. Look, there is also going to be an overhaul as far as the justice system is concerned over there in that particular state. So be prepared for that, okay? And a lot of shenanigans where the Justice Department is also covered up for them. Let's move on. With regards to the real estate part of it, the struggle, the let's say in a particular city or state or whatever, there's some property that they want to develop. These developers come in and they first and foremost, the government has to say, okay, this land we can use it for residential development, or this land we can use it for commercial development, or this land has to be set aside for the environment or whatever. There's a lot of shenanigans of farming. For example, Minnesota is big on farming, right? If I'm correct, let me know. If I'm incorrect, I'm sure you all will. So there is a struggle that has been going on over there for prime real estate also. Some whole bunch of shenanigans. And then the King of Swords, followed by the Eight of Cups, followed by the Eight of Swords, followed by the Page of Swords. So what this is telling me is corners have been cut, okay? They have circumnavigated, gone through the gray area. Princess Ray, hello, hello. Thank you, Naveen. They are all kind of utilized the powers that be, the connections, the gray area, because they understood the law and how easy it is for them to manipulate if you have the right contacts and stuff. So it's not just the government agencies, it's people who have the money to grease palms and to, work the system and do all of that stuff, right? So, um, Eight of Cups and then Eight of Swords. Once the shit hit the fan with regard, hi Deborah, Deborah's joined here on TikTok. Um, Once the shit hit the fan in terms of when this whole drama or this whole sleazy situation with the childcare thing was exposed, there were certain individuals who very quickly tried to leave and walk away from the whole situation, just basically said, I'm done, bye. Because with the Eight of Swords, there could have been imprisonment, legal imprisonment. So they were very quick to drop everything and say, oh, DB has joined. Hello. Princess 526828 has joined. Hello. So they, to avoid that imprisonment, okay, knowing very well that if the shit were to hit the fan per se, which it did, the likelihood of them getting imprisoned was that they were like, I'm done, dude. I'm just going to call it quits. Whatever I've lost, whatever, I'm done. I'm leaving. We're also going to hear about that. Now, I'm not going to mention names. Yuli has joined. Hi, Yuli. I'm not going to mention names because then again, at the end of the day, I have to take care of my own safety, right? I plan on living forever. I still need to, I'd like to see my other son get married. I'd like to see my grandchildren. I'd like to, heck, live a long life, healthy life, right? There's more to this world and to this life. So I'm not going to mention names, but a principal female character, she's popped up at the very end over here as the Empress. There's a spotlight on her. So, and the extent of her involvement in all of this is going to come to light, but it's a fine line she's walking, and I'll do a reading on this individual some other time. I'm going to get her date of birth and everything, and I'm going to do it. It's a fine line she's walking. She's going to just Posh Palamela has joined. Hi, no Nokutula has joined. Hello. So she's going to just kind of just skate by the seat of her pants from any imprisonment or legal kind of situations. Very well played, very smart. Because the rush to liquidate, the rush to detach, the rush to disentangle, all that's been happening in a real quick thing. Look, pages, we're going to hear about that. Then we have the Six of Coins. Six of Coins does talk about give and take, exchange, right? So I'm going to I'm going to give you something to get something from you. Barter system, business dealings, all of that is going to come to light. It is absolutely going to come to light. And this female who is responsible for all of this, I shouldn't say responsible, she's not. She's in the middle of all of this. She's going to skate by, but eventually the tide is going to change, and I do believe she is going to get nabbed, if you will. Fatmata Koroma has joined. Hello. Foxy has joined. Hello. Hang on. Ooh, Ace of Wands and Four of Pentacles. Look, y'all. I'm just saying, this central female, I'm very specifically saying female, she's going to walk away now. Just barely walk away unscathed. But with the Ace of Wands popping up, there is going to be a new project type of thing that is going to be created, or a new case that's going to be created that is going to show how well controlled and manipulated this whole situation was. All this drama that's been building up for years. It's not just one-off thing about the daycare center or whatever, childcare center. There are a lot of other things that have happened over there, a lot of bleeding of government funds. So how well hidden it was and has been for these years. So hi Sherry is joined. So y'all expect to see some drama there. This is going to be a quick one, I'm telling y'all. And then we have the Four of Swords. Interesting. Wow. And then we have the Chariot card. Wait, did I? Yeah, y'all can see Chariot card. And then we have the Lovers card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have the Two of Pentacles, 6. The Ten of Cups, 7. 6 of Wands, 8. 9 of Pentacles, and then we have the Emperor card. It is definitely going to be a situation where there will be government agencies that will be arresting, filing charges against this DOJ. They're talking about filing charges, but there will also be arrests made. That is seriously going to happen, because after the I'm sorry, y'all. Hang on one second. Oh, excuse me. I'm not sick or anything. It's just allergies and runny nose. Nisu has joined. Hello. Hi, Nisu. Oh, I forgot that other name. Thank you for liking my videos and thank you for joining me. Okay, so there will be arrests made, and the Chariot card is very interesting that the Chariot card pops up. What is the Chariot card? Chariot card talks about having the ability to balance the energies around you to be able to move forward in a very stable, balanced way, right? Being very grounded and having the fortitude and the capabilities of making informed decisions and moving forward with certain things, but also secrecy. So, and Four of Swords, as we know, is taking a break or rest or just kind of stuff. So all that's going to happen, you will see. And then you have the Lovers card. Now let's take a look at the Lovers card. How interesting that it's popping up. That's a Gemini card. And who's a Gemini? It is our president, and he's popping up here, and I'll tell you how. Hang on one sec. And then you have the Two of Pentacles, which is again talks about waiting to make a decision to be able to move forward. 10 of Cups, and then 6 of Wands, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Emperor card. Look, it's very, very interesting. So they're still waiting for some more information, for some other stuff, other shit to come to light, where serious arrests are going to be made, and it is going to bring a lot of closure in terms of are they going to be able to clean house and clean everything up in Minnesota to make it's too far gone for that. But for the most part, will they be able to stem or stall the bleed, if you will, right? That's very likely to happen. And they are going to be successful. They will be successful in terms of making the necessary arrests and this, that, and the other, and all that fancy stuff. Then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles does talk about having the ability to be able to take care, ability not just financially, right? Having the force, the ability, the strength, the power to be able to resolve this whole situation and to be able to take care of it and see it run its course to its end, right? And not just like, oh, we're going to start the process and then we'll forget about it. I don't think this is a situation that's going to fade away into the background anytime soon. Then we have the Emperor card pops up. As we know, the Emperor card is Aries. It talks about leadership, having the not just leadership, but also not all leaders have leadership, right? But having the ability to follow through to fruition whatever plans that have been set in motion, meaning unbiased. So as a leader, the difficult thing for leaders is sometimes certain decisions are not going to necessarily benefit everybody. Sometimes some people will benefit more than others and vice versa. So this individual is definitely going to see these things come through. You can expect some rioting, some disturbance happen in that state. You can also expect that you know how he had said he was going to get some particular group of police come and run the city or whatever. I don't know what it's called, y'all. Miss North's musing, is it crackling? No, everybody's saying there's static. So when there's static, there's a reason for that. There's something happening around here. So what was I saying? You know how for a brief period of time Trump had some particular group of police or security guys come and hang around in Washington? What is that particular group called? I would not be surprised I would not be surprised if he does the same thing here in Minnesota. So just as an FYI. So that's that. Now in terms of who the female is, and I'm going to do a reading on her sometime for sure. But I just want to say, no, it is not. What is that chick's name? AOC. Although I don't think she's from Minnesota, is she? Where did this come from? Hang on one second. I don't even know where this came from. Okay, so let's put away this and let's look some more. Natalia, hi Natalia, y'all on TikTok. Natalia, only on Wednesdays, okay? I'm so sorry, only on Wednesdays I do personal questions, okay? Right now I'm reading about this whole situation that's going on in Minnesota. Then Adelicious is joined. Thank you. So let's continue with this. This is interesting. So let us continue. Let us continue. I want to use this deck because I haven't used it. This is such a beautiful deck. Oh God, it still smells new. So Lung Kobe. Hi, I hope I said your name right. Thank you for joining. Well, I know you must think I have some sort of a weird obsession about this, but new books, new print. Oh, I love that smell. Okay, let's see. Scout Inquirer says, hi. Same time, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm only doing TikTok and this, y'all. I truly apologize because if it's so annoying, maybe I'll move this here. How about that? Tell me now if the crackling is reduced because now my phone is not so close to my computer. Let me know, okay? That's a different angle of me, so okay. No, you're not going to see the mess in my office. I will not show. There is no room here. There's only enough room for Bernie to lay here and for me to just come to I can't even open the door to my office completely because I have boxes and boxes and boxes ask. Kylie 19931 is on. Hello, Kylie. It is good. Okay, thank you. All right, let's get some more questions. Okay, let's ask specific questions about Walsh. What's going on with Walsh? Tell us something about Tim Walsh. Oh, Seven of Wands. Interesting. These are some gorgeous cards. There. Eight of Swords, the Empress. We'll take these two. Then we have the High Priestess. Dang, the Empress and the High Priestess. Ooh, 4. Temperance. And then Five of Wands. Yeah, there's a lot of infighting between the factions. Okay, let's look at this. Seven of Wands. So my question was, tell us something about Tim Walsh, right? So Seven of Wands talks about protecting yourself against competition. You need to protect yourself. So he is on a mode of, oh shit, I better take care of my, CYA big time, because he knows it is going to be a very sticky situation for him. And he is also concerned about being arrested and things like that. But do I see him actually being arrested? I am not seeing that. Then you have the Eight of Swords. But after the Seven of Wands, you have Eight of Swords. And Eight of Swords is actually putting yourself in imprisonment, not somebody else imprisoning you, but it's like you are restricting yourself, not by force, not somebody else doing it to you. You're restricting yourself. So maybe he is restricting himself for actually coming out and speaking out about the Empress. Now, what is the Empress card? Of course, we know it's feminine energy, but it doesn't have to be feminine all the time. It's Venus. It talks about support. It talks about abundance. It talks about all of those security and things like that. So he is going to be holding back on some information because he is concerned about the security of himself and certain factions of people that he may be covering, or he's worried about the ripple effect and the repercussions of that. Then you have the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess is the moon. There is a lot of misappropriation that has happened over the years. It is not just now. It's not the past 2 years. It's not the past 3 years. It is not just about the child care facility. There has been a lot of misappropriation that has gone on over here. So he is like, okay, how much? So he's going to expose some of it. He's going to try and play the good guy, but how much is he going to do? He's going to do what he needs to do, and just enough to say, hey, I'm on your side. That's basically it. Because he's all about balancing, temperance. He's just going to do whatever he needs to do to balance the equation, to say, I don't want to be the scapegoat. I don't want to be blamed. I don't want it to come out looking like I'm the bad guy. But there is a lot of fighting going on. There's a lot of infighting going on. There's going to be a lot of political maneuvering. There's going to be a lot of people changing sides quickly and all that shit. That's going to happen. We expect to see some more drama. Absolutely expect to see some more drama over there. Oh gosh, I love these cards. They're so gorgeous. Y'all, this is a gorgeous. Why do I not cycle my decks? Darn it. I have all these grand ideas. Oh, Katie has joined. Hello. Isata Diane has joined. Hello. Isata Diane is okay. So Isata Diane is asking me if I'm Hindu. First and foremost, it's irrelevant what my faith or my religion is, but I'm not afraid to answer that question. Yes, I am. Sanatana Dharma. So somebody says, Princess says, hi, Mama, hi. Victoria, personal questions only on Wednesday. So Wednesday 6:30, join me. I will do a 15-20 minute reading on some general case, right? Public case, and then I can answer. Miss K says, Krupa, will my finances improve soon? Miss Krupa, truly, I'm sorry. Again, personal questions only on Wednesdays, okay? So, no, don't. Santa, don't apologize. You don't need to apologize for that. Okay, let me just state this. Okay, so let me just say that I'm not upset with you for asking me whether I'm Hindu. I'm not at all upset. This is what I have to say. You can ask me any question you want, but it's at my discretion to answer it or not, right? That's the way I look at things. Um, and Tio or Richie one has joined. Miss K, what questions are you doing today? Today I'm just reading about this whole case with regards to Minnesota Child Care Center drama that's happening, that political situation, okay? Wednesdays, come back, 6:30, I will do readings. So when people ask, what's your race, what's your religion, and all that stuff, I understand the curiosity aspect of it. People want to know. But then again, I feel it's irrelevant because what does it matter? Really, really, truly, what does it matter? I don't want my YouTube channel to become a thing of uh, of uh, uh, compartmentalizing or demographics or whatever. I have my own opinions too about certain religions and certain faiths and certain all that drama. But for the most part, let's just leave it out of the equation, right? Let's just enjoy these things, right? So again, I'm not mad at you for asking. I didn't have to, but I chose to answer. We're good, no worries. Okay. Uh, S Melody has joined. Hello. All right. Somebody shake a leg. Shannon says, "How important is Venezuela for us in stabilizing the?" Okay, excellent question. Now let's get on with it because that's where I want to go. So, if y'all remember, Yo has joined. Hi, Yo. Thank you for joining. If you all remember, a few months ago, I had done a reading about this whole drama in the Middle East and Iran and all that stuff. And I had said, wait, Iran or Iraq, let's make sure. Because what's that guy's name? Shah Pahlavi Reza. Hang on. Shah Pahlavi Reza. He is Iran, Shah of Iran. I have to be, sometimes I forget Iran, Iraq, right? So I had done a reading about this whole situation, and I had said very clearly the current Shah Pahlavi, he is definitely going to come back to power. I had called it. I had said, go back and watch those videos, y'all. Y'all will see. And Sehri Khan has joined. Hello, thank you for joining. So go back and watch that reading. So I had also done or did pull some cards with regards to the Venezuela thing. And months ago, I had said this has got nothing to do with drugs and cartels and all. It has everything to do with trying to capture and basically steal natural resources from a country like Venezuela. Venezuela has the largest natural gas, oil in the world, right? It does. I mean, go research, you'll understand. And China has made a lot of investments in Venezuela years and years ago. So now the question is, oh shit, we wake up a little late. We're all, oh, I went out late last night, and all of a sudden we sit up and say, oh shit, China's already invested over there. We're going to lose our grip, and oh, let's do something about it. And then you go there like a big bully and flex your muscles and put boots on the ground and do all that shit. Look, it has everything to do with natural resources and oil and this, that, and that. And I did say also in another reading, Maduro is not in any trouble. Yeah, I will say that. I will say that. I will say that. All this arresting Maduro and doing all of that is just one big show. He is not in any trouble. He's going to be just fine. The only thing is, how do you save face? Right? So if they had left him there and if they'd gone, there are always two options, right? There are always options. Kiana has joined. Hello. How do you go about accomplishing something? There are always multiple choices, multiple routes, multiple modalities to accomplish something. So they chose to say, hey, we're going to arrest you and take you away. He's going to be safe. He's fine. There's nothing going to happen to him. It's all about trying to control the narrative there in Venezuela by flexing your muscles over here, Mr. United States, and doing all of that. You think Maduro is not sitting pretty? He is not going to hurt jack shit, man. He's going to be totally fine. And also understand that now US is sitting in a better position to be able to manipulate the current leader of that nation too, for whatever thing. Anyway, I'm not going to go any further than that. But as far as Iran is concerned, yes, lives will be lost. Yes, it's going to be a sticky situation. Yes, they're going to threaten boots on the ground. There's a very, very high chance boots will be on the ground. And yes, Reza Pahlavi is going to come back to the throne. I had called it months and months ago. If those of you who follow me um, will know. I wish I knew exactly what date I posted that video off the top of my head to put it in the comments, but I honestly don't remember. Those of you who follow me will know, can recollect. And if you know around when, whether it's 3 months, 4 months, 5 months ago, put it in the comment section, please. So let's take a quick look about Venezuela really quick, and then we'll go and look at Trump is not going to have any that much success, all that bullying business with Greenland. He's not. He is not. We have Two of Cups. Come on, are you hiding yet? Don't hide. Yeah, we have Two of Cups. Okay, partnerships. The Emperor. The King of Wands. Beautiful cards. I love these cards. The artwork. Oh my God, the imagery is just stunning. Then Two of Wands. Oh, Five of Cups. And we have the King of Wands. There we go. It's very interesting. This deck has got two of them. Choo-choo-choo. So let's go through this. So as far as the Emperor is concerned, symbolically, Trump is basically grasping at straws. All this flexing in this, that, and the other, all the amount of money we've invested. Is he going to be truly successful? Is America truly going to be successful by capturing Maduro, by this, that, and the other? It's not, the payout is not going to be as much as expected and proportionate to the investments made or the decision taken. Partnerships, it's all about partnerships. All about partnerships. Hey, I'm going to do this. This is what I expect, etc., etc. Then you have the King of Wands and you have another King of Wands. So to me, some decks they're done in a different way, just so you know. So this is telling me is taking action, right? And talking about it and speaking over the loudspeaker and saying, I'm going to do it, 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 as opposed to really doing it. There is a difference. Talking about taking action and actually acting on that, right? There is a difference. So there is going to be a lot of talk, a lot of drama, a lot of stuff that's going to happen. And is he going to be successful with all this control and manipulation of Maduro and this, that, and the elections in Venezuela? Is he truly going to be successful in manipulating the next head of state in Venezuela? Not as much as he hoped for. Then he's got the Two of Wands sitting here. Then there's going to be another situation where it's like, okay, some more riots in Venezuela. So now we really have to put boots on the ground over there, and we have to make a decision with regards to how are we going to manage control, etc., etc. Camouflaging your true intentions, sugarcoating your true intentions, and it's like putting butter icing on a cake when it's actually like sour, right? You know what I'm trying to say. And then you have the Five of Cups. It's going to be a disaster. It's not going to be a successful venture at the end of it all with regards to Venezuela. It's not. It's not going to be a successful venture. Now, let's go look at Iran. That is super. Oh, where's the other deck? Let me say. Oh my God, this deck is just gorgeous. Oh, let me see if I want to use this one too for clarifiers. we can also consider this. I'm going to smell my cards because it's new. And if you think I'm weird, then whatever. I am weird. Oh, it's still new. And I'm using it. Crazy, right? Vera Cruz has joined. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining. Okay, let's look at the situation in Iran. That is more scary to me than anything else. And also, he's not going to be as successful with all that threatening and flexing with regards to Greenland. Nah, he's going to get so much pushback on that. It'd be like, dude, just shut up and sit, okay? No. Iran, Shah Reza Pahlavi. Virgo, Venus, the Sun. Systematic approach and manipulation, moving of the pieces to be able to bring him back to the crown. Does Trump have something in Virgo? I don't know. Hang on one second. I'm not going to look him up. Let's look at Reza Pahlavi. Okay. Give me 1 second. I just want to check this, guys. Okay. Crown Prince Reza. Not Shahnawaz. She died, poor thing. Did she? Or not? Okay. He was born on October 31st, 1960. I think I had his date of birth and everything sometime, but I'm not going to go dig. But, okay, let's go back. So, Virgo, Venus, and the Sun. So, we have new journeys, Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Tower card. So this is very clearly evident, y'all. A very analytical, systematic way of getting things accomplished in terms of reinstating the Shah Pahlavi back on the throne. That will happen. That is going to be Virgo season. When is Virgo? Virgo season is August to September. So I'm going to say late July to maybe early November, we will see something dramatic happen in terms of, I don't know, maybe even Reza Pahlavi being crowned, or, or some major boots on the ground type of situation happen. There's going to be a new journey, a new phase will absolutely spring forward for the people of Iran. Sad thing, innocent lives are going to be lost. Collateral damage, casualty of war. Holui Asha Samaru 3 has joined. Hello. Isanta Diane, hello. Anyway, so, and then we talk about Venus in terms of Venus is symbolic of, what was I saying? The luxuries, the materialistic comforts in life, right? All that materialistic stuff. Also, land, property, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So the whole country, the whole dynamic change is tremendous amount of dynamic changes going on in the country. It's almost like a restructuring of that country within the country. It is going to happen. Absolutely, it will. It is overdue by maybe a decade, but it will happen. Then you have the Sun card, and then you have the Tower card. The Sun card is sitting on the Tower card. So Sun is also symbolic of principal male character, main character. I am going to be a little bit concerned with regards to the safety of Shah Pahlavi. Okay, I will be a little bit concerned about that. I'm going to say he's going to have to be super careful. I hope his security is intense, and all that good stuff, because there will be an attempt made on his life. There will definitely be an attempt made on his life. So he's got to be like super duper careful. But at the end of the day, will he have a chance um, to get back? Yes, absolutely. And the country is going to thrive. It is absolutely going to thrive. So we have the Staka. Absolutely, the country is going to thrive. He's going to have a lot of help. Two of Wands. Then we have Four of Wands. Look, unbelievable, beautiful cards. I love it. I love it. Then the Chariot card. Man, this is like so cool. And then you have the Queen of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take out these cards. King of Pentacles. Two of Swords. King of Cups. Four of Cups. The Hermit card. And then you have the Eight of Cups. I am saying he absolutely has to take care of his security. He absolutely has to. There is going to be a lot of help that he's going to get in terms of being able to resolve the situation, political unrest in his country, to be able to get back to the throne. As long as they have him getting back to the house, his home, his heart, his country. Yes, the Chariot card, as long as it's a very, very carefully thought of, strategically planned, he will get in there. Then he has the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups says, look, he will have the nurturing support of certain other governments and agencies from across the world who are absolutely going to support him being crowned and put back on the throne. He is going to have a lot of that. Then you have the King of Pentacles, financial support. He really does need it because, again, you the oil and this, that, and the other. But he will be able to turn around the country in terms of its economy. And Beverly has joined. Hello. Rebecca has joined. Hello. Chris has joined. Hello. Chris, only on Wednesdays, personal questions, not on Fridays. So he will be able to turn the economy of the country around. Then we have the Two of Swords. Now, this is where, when things head to that level, and it's months, it's going to take months, right? Where he's going to have to hold accountable the individuals who are creating who have created all the drama in the country, who have created all the deaths and the weird stuff, the extremists. He is going to be in a situation where the world is looking at him to see how he is going to take care of that nasty side of whatever, in terms of legally. Is he going to put them all in prison? Is he going to off them? That sort of that. But he is a person who's emotionally very well balanced, y'all. This guy, he will make good decisions. And at the end of the day, he is going to be sheltering his people, his country. It's going to be tremendously good. Then you have the Hermit card pop up here, and as we know, the Hermit card is what am I doing? Is a Virgo card, and we started off with Virgo, right? So this says, be very analytical, be very strategic in the alliances you form, particularly with government and military alliances with other countries. That is a heads up he has now, because he's gotten back on the throne. And then what are the alliances? What are the friendships? What are the partnerships? With whom and how deep are those partnerships going to be, that he is going to re-energize, reinvent in terms of his power, where he is, how he's instated with certain other countries. Remember, his father, all that drama happened close to 50 years ago. And he himself was a child then. So how does he go about bringing everything back full circle? Because now it's going to be a completely new era. You are only as good as the alliances you form and who you form with. That's how good and that's how strong your country and your economy is going to be, because he's not a kid. How old is this guy now? Let's see. He was born in 1960, right? So, say he's 65. So he's not a young guy. So moving forward, he cannot go back to the old times and say, I'm only going to form strong alliances with certain factions, certain groups, or certain governments of certain countries. He has to be very strategic about it. Then you have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is very interesting here because it says he's going to walk away from it all. Now, is he going to, after being enthroned and been put in power, is he going to give it all up and say, I'm done, I've done my job, I'm going to walk away? Let's ask. Give me clarifying for that Eight of Cups. We have the King of Coins. We have the Moon card. Wow, interesting. And then we have the Ace of Swords. I want two more, please. Followed by Judgment. Oh, no. Oh, TikTok, you do this to me all the time, TikTok. Why do you do this? And then followed by the Page of Cups. You know what? Surprisingly, he will. He may, at the end of it all, say, I have stabilized everything. The Moon card is a card that says, look, the emotions come into play. The emotional gratification. I did what I should have done, what I needed to do, to somehow felt responsible to bring all this around full circle, particularly seeing that he's his father's son kind of stuff, right? But the Moon card is also saying that there's something hidden over there, as to it's not just that I've done my job, I'm good, I'm retiring, I'm gone. Maybe his health is also waning, so he'll be like, I'm going to have to make the necessary arrangements to pass it on to the next generation. And what is the Judgment card? So big announcements are going to come forward with regards to why, after he's Pluto, right? Forgive and forget and move on, and Phoenix rising from the ashes and all that drama, all that's fine and dandy, but announcements will be made as to why he decided. You would think rather that he would be Chocolate Cheese this year. Oh wow, that's a nice name. Hello. That he's back on the throne, and he's going to be there until he dies, but I don't see him sitting on the throne forever. He's going to hand it over to somebody younger. So that's it. That's all I got. Y'all. That's all I got, y'all. And now I'm hungry. All day I didn't eat. I was goofing off and doing shit and whatever. I'm doing stuff and I didn't eat. And now at this hour, which is not very healthy to eat so late, I'm now hungry. Go figure. So that's what I have for y'all, everybody. So TH3V has joined. Brandy has joined. Brandy, unfortunately, your questions will be answered only on Wednesdays, not on Fridays. So please come back on Wednesday, 6:30. For the first 15-20 minutes, I do a general reading on whatever current public case that's going on, and then I will answer personal questions. Okay? So had something TRE has joined. Hello, everybody. Anyway, I am done with my reading, so I'm going to say thank you, everybody. Mixed Girl. For those of you who have just joined, I'm sorry. I'm logging out. You may feel, oh, I just joined and she's leaving. I know, I'm sorry. But I do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me on TikTok, on YouTube, and Insta and Facebook. So I do appreciate you all. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful rest of the evening. Wonderful. Sandra Toro Zero has joined. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Be happy, be safe, be healthy, and I will see you next time around. Bye, TikTok. See you. Okay, end it now. Great. Wonderful. All right. So I can relate. I forgot to eat. I know, right? All right. Scale live rewards. Okay. 2 gifters, 16 new followers, 530 viewers. Ooh, I'm stoked about that, but I didn't earn any money today, which is fine. I'm not. Oh no, stop. Okay, I'm not in any way at that level, having that many followers on TikTok and YouTube and all that. So I won't complain. I'm happy, Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So for my YouTube friends, I want to also say thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Blessed be everybody. I'm seriously hungry. So take care, and I will see you on Wednesday. Okay. Bye, everybody. I'm going to log off now.